morning, third grade. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a good day. We're doing a fun lesson in math today. We're starting to learn about graphs. And when I say graphs, I'm talking about things like pictographs. We're going to do bar graphs. We're going to do line graphs. And so it's kind of a little break. We're still going to stay on top of our adding fractions, multiplying fractions, addition, subtraction, all that we'll keep doing on the back side, but the front's going to be kind of a fun change, so I'm excited about it. Okay, remember on Zoom last Friday, I did a little survey with you guys, those of you who were on. I know we had a couple kids not on, so not everyone got a vote on this, but if you were on our Zoom call last Friday, I asked you what your favorite, either chocolate ice cream, what was your favorite ice cream? Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, and I kept a little tally mark, and I didn't say who liked what, but I just put a little dash every time someone voted for chocolate or strawberry or vanilla. Okay, and so instead of writing a number, can you see what I drew to show the ice cream, what your vote was? That's right, we drew smiley faces. That's why it's called a pictograph. It's not like a number graph or a bar graph or a line graph, because these are pictures. I could have drawn anything, okay? But pictographs are really cool because if you look at it, without even counting up the smiley faces, I can just look at it and see what won. So which ice cream was the most popular in our third grade class? Chocolate. Chocolate has the most smiley faces. Which one had the least? Least was strawberry, and what had the middle? What was in the middle? Vanilla, that's right. So pictographs are really cool because you just look at it and you get a lot of information. Now every pictograph needs 3 parts, okay? The first part is the title. So what is the title of our pictograph on the board? Students' favorite ice cream flavors, okay? I could have put third grade students' favorite ice cream flavors, but I just did just one student. Our students' favorite flavors. Okay, then look over here. What word does this say? Labels. You have to have some labels. So our labels are chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. I could have done different flavors, but I just picked those 3, okay? And then this is the most important part. We need to have a scale. So let's read this together. Each smiley face equals 2 students. So it's not 1, 2, 3.5. Not 3.5 kids voted for chocolate. Each smiley face represents 2 students. So I gotta count by 2s. So let's see. 2, 4, 6, and then I have a half of a face. So what would half of a face be? It would be one, if a full smiley face is 2 students, a half a smiley face would be 1 student. So how many people voted for chocolate? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 kids voted for chocolate. Okay, let's see how many voted for strawberry. 2, because each smiley face is 2. 2 plus 1, because it's half of a face, 3. 3 kids voted for strawberry. And then vanilla, 2, 4. 4 kids voted for vanilla. So we had 14 kids vote. So who wasn't on Zoom? Samantha wasn't on Zoom. I'm trying to think of all my friends. William came. Maybe someone didn't vote because I can't think of who wasn't on Zoom besides Samantha. Anyways, okay, we'll find out when I give you guys a call later. Tell me if you voted, or maybe I didn't get all the votes in. Okay, all right, so this is what a pictograph is. Isn't this kind of fun? So I think it's a little bit of a brain break. It's not as hard to concentrate on, and it makes it a little bit more fun, okay? Now there's some questions I could ask you for this, like how many more kids voted for chocolate than strawberry? How many more kids voted for chocolate? What do we do whenever it says how many more? Subtract, that's right. More sounds like add, but if I added these, 7 plus 3 is 10. Did 10 more kids vote for chocolate? Well, that doesn't make sense because there's only 7 total that voted for chocolate. So you subtract. What's 7 minus 3? 4. So 4 more kids voted for chocolate than strawberry. How many more kids voted for vanilla than strawberry? Because they're almost tied. Yeah, only 1 extra, right? 4 minus 3 is 1. How many kids voted for both strawberry and vanilla? 7, right? So actually, these two tied the chocolate. So chocolate's like double both strawberry and vanilla combined. That's kind of neat. Okay, I want you guys to get your math book. And so make sure you have your book. Make sure you have your pencil. Make sure you have an eraser or scratch paper, whatever you need. And we are on page 221, 222. Now there's a really fun pictograph on our page. That's what we're gonna look at now. And they're not smiley faces, they're frogs. But we're gonna look at the 3 important parts of a pictograph. So we're gonna look at the title, the label, and the scale. So see those up there, the title, the label, and the scale. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna share our screen. And let's see what this pictograph is. If it comes on. Oh, I don't have it plugged in. That explains it. Let's see if it comes on now. There it is. Okay, all right. So those aren't smiley faces. What are those? Frogs, right? Okay, so let's read the title here on our page. It says, fact. A pictograph is a graph that uses pictures to make comparisons. Read the graph about the frogs that might have been in Pharaoh's house. So we're talking about the plagues. And remember when God sent all of those frogs to bother the Egyptians so they would let the Israelites go? Okay, so this is obviously fictional, it's made up. We don't know if this is exactly how many frogs were in all these different areas. But what I want to focus on before we start counting up the frogs is I want to look at our 3 parts of pictograph. Who remembers what was one of the parts? The title. What is our title? Right here, frogs in Pharaoh's house. Okay, so if this was Pharaoh's house, we want to know how many frogs were in it. Okay, what was another part? We had, see if you can see on my screen. The labels, that's right. And remember, my labels were strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. Look at these labels. We've got bedroom, we've got kitchen, we've got throne room, and we've got closet. Okay, so those are the different places in his house that we're going to be looking at. Now remember, what was the most important part of the scale? Oh, sorry, I kind of gave it away there. What's the most important part of the pictograph? The scale. Look at our scale at the bottom. Remember in mine on the board back here, a smiley face equaled how many students? 2. How much does a frog equal on our chart here? 10. See that right here, guys? 10 frogs for every 10 frogs for every picture of the frog drawn. So each little froggy guy is 10 frogs. Now, did they give us any half of a frog? No, so they're making it a little easier. If there was half of a frog, what would be half of 10? 5, right? So that's how we would do that. But they're not tricking us there. Let me get some water, guys. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of answer these questions underneath about the frogs in Pharaoh's house, okay? All right, so let's go down to letter A, 1A. It says, how many frogs were in the bedroom? Okay, you guys try that on your own and then we'll count together. All right, let's see if you guys got it right. We're counting by 10. So I'm going to say 10 every time I circle a frog. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There were 60 frogs in the bedroom, right? 60 on that line. Okay, so I'm going to erase that. Okay, let's read question B. It goes sideways there. How many frogs were in the kitchen? Okay, try that on your own. Let's see if you get it right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Did anyone look and notice this? Look, if I draw a line right here, there were 60 frogs in the bedroom, and see how there's just one less frog in the kitchen? So you just know it's one less 10, so 60 and then 50, right? So sometimes you can, that's why I like pictographs, is you can just look at it and get information. You really don't even have to count, right? Okay, let's look at number C. How many frogs were both in the throne room and closet? Okay, so they want us to know what's in both the throne room and the closet. So both these rooms. Okay, figure it out. Okay, let's see if you got it right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. There were 70 frogs in the throne room and the closet. All right, let's look at letter D. How many more frogs were in the kitchen than in the closet? Okay, so this is our how many more. So let me erase some of these drawings here so I don't mess this up. How many more frogs were in the kitchen, so here's my kitchen, than in the closet? How many more were in the kitchen? Well, look what I could do here. So I'm gonna kind of, let's see if I can cross out this for a second. Will it let me draw? No, it won't. Okay, so I'm gonna draw some white over the, oh, that's too big. Haha, hold on, not quite that big. Okay, okay, there. I'm gonna erase that for just a second. So we're looking at the kitchen and the closet. So I'm gonna make this smaller here. How many more are in the kitchen than the closet? Well, see how I lined it up? So there's 3 frogs on top of 3 frogs. How many extra frogs are sitting out here? 2, right? So how many more in the kitchen? Now remember, it's not 2 because 10 and 10, 20, that's right. So there were 20 extra frogs in the kitchen than in the closet. Now, you could also have done 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in the kitchen, 30 in the closet, and I could have done 50 minus 30 equals 20, because how many more means subtract, okay? All right, so let me erase this. Okay, let's look at letter E. How many times as many frogs were in the bedroom than the closet? So let's just count up the frogs here. So there were 30 frogs in the closet, and there are 60 frogs in the bedroom. They want to know how many times as many frogs were there. So what would I have to multiply 30 times to get 60? 30 times 2. So there were 2 times as many frogs in the bedroom as in the closet. Okay, let's get our last one. The last one's a fun one. How many frogs were in all 4 rooms? So we could count by 10 and just count them all. Let's see, I'll cross them off as we count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then I'm going to count by tens. Well, we know we got to 100 here, but let's keep going. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we had 100 and then 80 more. So 180 frogs were in all 4 rooms. Or you could have counted up 60 plus 50 plus 40 plus 30, because that's how many frogs were in each room. If you just added all those up, you would have got 180. But I think it's more fun to count it up like that. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this bottom part here. How are you guys feeling about multiplying fractions? Are we getting a little bit better at it? Good. Okay, so let's do 2 together, and then I will have you try 2 by yourself like we normally do, and then that way I can check those today along with yesterday's paper. Okay, so remember, when we don't have a fraction, we have to make one. Let me make this a little skinnier, okay? What's 7 times 4? 7 times 4 is 28. What's 28 plus 6? 34, good. So we're gonna do 34 over 7. Now, is there anything I can cross cancel there? No, this is a really big number to multiply. That's why I like cross canceling, but there's nothing I can cross cancel here. So let's go ahead and multiply. This is where scratch paper comes in handy, guys. So I'm gonna do 34 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry my 2. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2 is 17. So I got 170 for my top number. And 7 times 1 is 7. Okay, guys, now I gotta divide by 7 because I can't leave 170 on top of 7. That's way improper, right? Okay, how many 7s can go into 17? 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract, I get 3. Bring down the 0. And I've got, how many 7s can go into 30? 7 times 4. Good job. Guys, if you don't have your multiplication memorized, make a chart. It's really going to help you over these next couple of weeks. Have a chart and try to guess it before you look at the chart. But have a chart ready just so that it's not keeping you stuck on multiplying. Okay, 30 minus 28 is 2. So I have 24 and 2/7. So that is actually my answer here for letter A. Okay, now you can see there is no way Miss Roach can even write small enough to keep this. So scratch paper is becoming essential. That means super important during, unless you can write really tiny, okay? All right, since we used up all that space, I want you to try this one by yourself, letter C, okay? And why don't we try letter F by yourself? Do those 2, okay? And then we'll check on that in our call. Okay, pause the video and do that now while it's fresh in your head. Okay, all right, guys. Let's go ahead and look at word problems. I feel like those are always some of the hardest parts. And we'll do one word problem. I'll let you try the other one by yourself, and then we'll go over it in our calls, okay? All right, so Diana sold 37 glasses of lemonade for 25 cents each. How much did she make if she spent $4.03 on the ingredients to make the lemonade? Okay, so is this a 1-part or 2-part question? This is a 2-part question. Now, the reason it's 2-part is because I first want to figure out how much money she made selling the lemonade, but then I have to subtract what she spent on the ingredients because technically it cost her a certain amount of money to make the lemonade, right? Okay, so let's figure out how much she made. If she sold 37 glasses and they were 25 cents each, what would I do to figure out how much money she made altogether? So picture 37 glasses all lined up, and each one's a quarter. A quarter, 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 a quarter. And I want to know how much money that was. Yes, I have to multiply. So I'm going to multiply 37 times 25. This is going to be dollars and cents, so I'll add my decimal point when I'm finished. All right, 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. Okay, I'm going to draw my 0. I'm going to erase my numbers on top and multiply. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay, so let's see how much money she made. 37 glasses is kind of a lot. All right, I'm adding this up. Okay, so I got that she made $9.25, almost $10. It's pretty good, right? But did she really make $9.25? It says that she spent $4.03 on the ingredients. That means the lemons, the sugar, I guess that would be it, right? Maybe the cups, the plastic cups to put them in. So really, she didn't make all that $9.25 because it cost her $4.03 to do the ingredients. So what am I going to do here, friends? I need to subtract it. Good job. And if you said add, and I added that up and I said this is how much money she made, would she have made more than $9.25? No, because that's the most she could make if she got all the ingredients for free. She's going to make less. So whenever you're making less, it has to be subtract. So you want to always think about your process as you go. Okay, so what's 5 minus 3? 2. 2 minus 0, 2, and 9 minus 4 is 5. I got kind of small over there. So he or she, Diana, made $5.22. This is how much she made because we have to subtract her ingredients. Okay, you're going to try letter B by yourself, okay? And then I need you to do a couple more by yourself. So you're going to do D, circle it. You're going to do A. You're going to do I. And you're going to do G. Okay, those 4 I want you to try. And then you can pick any one of the word problems down here. I'm not word problems, sorry, long division. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video now or stop it. But make sure you've circled A, D, G, I, and pick one of those long divisions. All right, friends? Okay, I'm so proud of you. You're doing a great job. You can tell that in math, I'm requiring a little bit more. Some of you do the whole page. Keep doing that, okay? Because that's helping your accuracy. The more you practice, the better, and then the more I can go over with you. If you are not doing the whole page, the ones that I circle are required. That means you must do them, okay? And neatness counts, guys. So I had a student last week, their parent sent me the scratch paper and their work. That's perfect. If you can't fit all your work, have a little scratch paper on the side, a little notebook or something, and you can take a picture of this and send it to me, okay? Because I love using scratch paper. That way it doesn't make my paper so messy. But if you just put the answer, it's really hard for me to know where you made the mistake, okay? Or if you do it on whiteboard, maybe take a picture of the whiteboard if you're not gonna copy it over onto your paper, okay? Because I know whiteboards you can't save, you have to erase it to do the next problem, right? Okay, friends, good job on today's lesson on Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow on Wednesday. Have a great day, guys. Language video next, okay? So Bible and language today, or Bible, math, and language.